welcome to this particular podcast. It is really good to have you here. For those of you who are here, welcome to the Fintech podcast for the Fintech magazine Africa. With me in the studio here is the CEO of one of the most reputable fintech companies in Africa. He is also, I've come to realize, and hear me.
No, I can
Hello,
hear
are you
you.
there? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm
Yeah,
sure
I'm
you have
here.
the questions. All right, so I'm sure we can go ahead with these questions. First off, let me start with the fact that you were listed as Forbes magazine's 30 under 30 recently,
Yeah.
and class of 2024. That is amazing. I feel intimidated already. You've been in the studio here. I think that's an amazing accomplishment for you. So congratulations on that one. How does it feel to receive that kind of recognition?
I mean, it feels very great, but at the same time, it's just to validate what we've been building for a very long time. Shows that we're actually like on the right path and we are heading somewhere, right? Like I keep saying, when things like this come true for me, I tell them it's still the one. We have somewhere we are going to, so we should get back to work. But it feels very great. I mean, being featured on Forbes 30 under 30 is something awesome, something I've been looking forward to. I mean, since I've been in the industry for some time now, trying to make impact, trying to be like an ecosystem, and I'm very glad like
Mm.
I got recognized at the Forbes level. That's something awesome.
Oh, it sounds great, and I believe there are a lot of people who are under 30 looking up to you right now. It's a huge challenge, but for every success, for every accomplishment, for every milestone, there's always a background story. Can you provide a brief overview of your background? What inspired you to set up this fintech company, FX Kudi?
I mean, so FSQD was born out of passion for technology and also that rave to solve a problem, right? So I remember very well when I got admission into a Ghanaian-owned university. I mean, I had to travel down to Ghana to continue my education. And then I realized that
Mm.
there's been a very big problem right before I came into the country, whereby a lot of foreign students were unable to receive school fees from their parents or their sponsors abroad, and also to receive
Okay.
their own money. So that became like a very big challenge. And like having an entrepreneurship spirit in me, I decided to make it like a side hustle in school. So I'll let you send me money, then I'll go ahead and find where I can
Mm.
exchange it for things for you. So I was doing that for a couple of students while I was on campus,
It
right?
started off as a side hustle.
Yeah, side hustle for me. So I was taking money from people in school then. I
Okay.
will help them convert it back to cedis, most especially Naira, because I'm a Nigerian, so I have a Naira bank account, right? So I'll let your parents send to me directly. I'll go change it for you to cedis and help you pay your school fees at the bank, then bring the slip back to you.
Okay.
So I was doing that and I realized that no, yeah, I'm solving a very big problem. I mean, aside making money from it, I was actually like making impact on campus. And that made me very popular on
Mm.
campus then. Everybody know me to be like a money exchanger who help you take your money, change and pay your fees. Then I was
Mm.
attracting a number of good customers. Then people started reaching out from other schools as well outside my school because my school has like one of the largest community of foreign students, especially Nigerians, and we have other
Mm.
schools to French university and all of that. So I was literally like helping students to pay their fees. That was how they also started. So after school, um, I pivoted into solely software engineer, right? So I was building software
Okay.
solutions for companies, and I was appointed as the CTO of a tech firm back then. So I was like in a bigger position to make more about technological impact in the society. So then I realized that that's also an opportunity for me to build what I've always wanted to build as like a solution for Africa in terms of payment.
Mm.
So that was how come I started building FS School by the side and it became a full blown company today. So yeah, that's the whole thing I brought about FS. So it was literally like a side hustle that became
Mm.
a real business.
Mm. It sounds like fun journey for you, even though not everything is fun, but you make it sound easy. Listening to you right now sounds like you literally just woke up one morning and whipped up a couple of things together. Somebody told me once like that businesses or successful empires are born out of the need to help someone. Now, here's another question. Did you do this all by yourself, or was there a collaboration? Because apparently, that's, like I said, partnership is often crucial for fintech companies. So, do you have any partnerships or collaborations that has been instrumental in FX Goodies' success?
Okay, interesting enough, right? So I'll start with how I co-founded my company with two other individuals, right, who have expertise in the various industry. So when
Okay.
I needed to be ready, I knew it was not a journey for a lone ranger like myself. I knew I needed to bring someone on board. But then I remember I made a post concerning like solving African biggest payment problem, which is informal cross-border money transfer. And a friend of
Mm,
mine reached out, built a couple of companies together, right? So FSQ was actually my first company. I'm known to be always like be an innovator and a builder. So which
okay.
some of them skilled. So I remember when I made a post about FSQD, like then there was no name for it. I was just like, I want to solve a problem, a payment problem in Africa, most especially in the informal sector. And a
Mm,
friend reached, he was once a co-founder in one of my startup. I was like, hey, I would like to be on board. Like, okay, great. And funny enough, he had to resign from his job in Nigeria and travel down to Ghana to join me on the journey. So it was a very big sacrifice at that point. But I
okay.
knew that we must not fail, because if somebody can put his dream on hold to pursue yours, that means there's something big coming out of it. And I also remember
Mm,
then, chief operation officer, I was just talking to him about the whole idea. Like, this is what I want to build. And he was like, yeah, this sounds interesting. You would like to join me? And he also quit the company and joined me. So I had two other co-founders that work with me on FSQD. That's Kelvin Kojo and Adetunji Afis.
okay.
Kelvin is Afis is a Nigerian. So the company was founded by about three of us. And when it comes to partnership, right? When I knew that what I
Yeah.
was building was not for irregular former sector individuals, right? I felt like yes, I need to connect with the major players in the informal sector, which is so what we are doing is not a regular cross-border payment, right? Like every other person. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to
Mm-hmm.
like give bank access to make international money transfer within and outside Africa, right? So we need that. We knew we are supposed to leverage on mobile money agents who are like key players in activating financial inclusion, promoting financial inclusion in Africa. And now, if you look at the growth of mobile money, it's a good thing to leverage on that industry. So we're leveraging on mobile money agents to to scale our products across Africa. And it's been wonderful so far. I mean, the growth of mobile money agents is really like has been exponential, and that has been like very massive for our own growth too as a business. So our collaboration with mobile money agents and the telcos has been like a major key instrument to
Mm,
our growth.
mm, to your success. Sounds
Yeah.
interesting. With every sacrifice, you sound like you made a lot of sacrifices and you accomplished a
Yes.
lot as well. But with every sacrifice comes challenges, and I believe you've faced a couple of them so far. Have you overcome each of these challenges in details? Because we would like to know, especially for those young people out there who are listening and would like to do what you do. What are the challenges you face, and how have you overcome them so far?
Okay, so there's a lot of challenges, right? Number one, let's talk about regulatory barrier. I mean, when regulators don't actually understand what you are doing, they need to ask questions. So I remember they asked us questions some years back, and it was quite very
Okay.
funny. I mean, to have a face with regulator, I mean, to sit down with regulators. So it was actually like regulatory barrier because your business model was not well explained at that point. At the early stage, we were not so clear on our business model, right? So we need to sit and understand, like, okay, look, what are you guys doing? What are you building? We had to explain
Mm,
ourselves. Another thing I faced was funding challenge, right? So funny enough, we
okay.
never closed any up to date, right? So it was more like founders capital, bootstrapping, and accelerator program, right? So we've never like announced any round up to date. So we never like have a major round close like pre-seed seed like other fintech do. But then what we knew was we are building a more profitable business. We need to actually like mostly align with our business model before we fundraise. So we are very keen on that. But the biggest challenge there was the regulatory barrier and also funding. So it was very difficult. We are building a product like FSQD, you need to have a lot of capital, right? But then before you
Mm.
go for, you have to be sure of your business model. You have to be sure that you are actually going to make money and you are solving a major problem. So I
Okay.
remember the day we were very low on cash. We exhausted our runway. We had no money like to run the business again. And the question was, what's going to happen? So we had to like lock our payout, our transfer, collection. I mean, we actually put our service on hold. And how do we communicate this to the customer? We can't save you because we don't have money. It's actually very funny. So we had to, everybody has to like dig into their savings, like, what, pull out everything you have, sell what you can sell, and continue the journey. So we're busy selling what we can sell as a founder. I mean, beg who we can beg for money. I mean, borrow money. In fact, take money from
Mm.
people. Please give me $5K, $10K, and all that. But because then we
Wow.
realized that yeah, we were getting there, and we had no money again. Like we were exhausted. We faced salaries, and there was nothing going on for us. So we were begging people for money. And yeah, like we came back. I mean, just like a week pause, and we came back into the business. Then it was looking like that was the end because I mean, you don't have money to run a fintech company. That was like an end for you. The customers were reaching out.
Yes.
So what actually even motivated us to want to get back to business because we're like, okay, yeah, if you're not having money to run the business again, let's stop. Then I remember a call came through, a customer called us, and I was like, please, whatever it takes, I need to send money to my child in Ghana. Whatever it takes, you guys should please assist me. I was like, wow, we're really solving a
Mm.
problem, right? Seeing a customer begging you to reactivate your service for her to be able to transact means a lot to me. And I was like, no, I can't let, if I want to let anyone die, I can't let my customer down. So let's make it happen. Then we decided to like go all
Mm.
out, get some money back into the system, and yeah, we started our business again, all over again. So yeah, that was one of the biggest challenges. Those are the biggest challenges those are the challenges we face when we're running the business.
Mm. So building a company like yours, a fintech company like FX Kudi, I'm sure you've faced a lot of evolution. There's been a lot of evolution. Now, that evolution process, since its inception, we would like to know about that.
Okay, so I think the most interesting part is we listen to our customer a lot. So
Okay.
over time, people are keen on using mobile app to carry out their transactions and those things. They realize that the industry we are playing in, I mean, they are more familiar with USSD. So we had to switch and build a
Okay.
USSD alongside the mobile app for them, which has been very, very like massive for us as like a key differentiator with other fintechs, right? So knowing that you can use USSD to carry out
Mm.
cross-border payments sounds interesting for these agents. And they always complain that, oh, we are used to dialing the short code from MTN and we don't know how to buy data, we don't have internet within the market. Because most of our agents are found in
Mm.
communities where you can never imagine, right? So they are complaining about like, okay, yes, let's do this. And we realize that that's like, if you look at the report from GSMA, we realize that even USSD has been like a key instrument to mobile money success in Africa. And it's actually like people are completing more
Mm.
transactions on USSD than mobile app when it comes to mobile money, right? So that's prompted us to like evolve from just offering a regular mobile app service to USSD application service as well. And also looking at offering instant transaction. I remember when we started, it was more like NRT, so near real time. And then we
Okay.
realized that the industry has evolved to offer instant transactions, right? So within like a minute, you should get your money, regardless of the country you are. So we started expanding by collaborating with local fintechs in all the countries you want to operate. So if you have to operate in Togo, we look for like a local partner in Togo to collaborate with. And that has been very good on our side as well because that makes our technology faster and more of instant, offering more instant transactions. So imagine you're in Ghana, you need to send money to Nigeria, it comes like in seconds. And you're like, whoa, really? Even
Yes.
if I don't have a bank account, I can walk into an agent's location, give them cash, and they can move the money for me in minutes. So that has been like
Mm.
very, very like a bragging right for us as well. So yeah, we've
Okay. Interesting, really interesting. Technology. Now, let's look at technology itself. I'm sure that has played a key role in your business and the fintech industry generally. Now, how does FX Kudi stay innovative? How has technology, what role has technology played in this aspect?
Okay, so like I was saying, I remember when we started, before we came into the picture, how do they send money within the informal sector was very basic, right? It's like an agent kind of a network
Mm,
kind of business. So somebody in Nigeria who is an agent wants to send money to somebody in Ghana. He or she has to look for somebody in Ghana who has that money amount equivalent to send before they can. So it's the transaction keeps long. It takes like 4 hours. At times, even the entire day, the guy is busy looking for who is going to take the transaction from him. So when we came into the picture with the help of technology, we are able to like automate all of these things, right? So it's instant.
mm,
So you take money and the good thing is the technology help us to offer zero capital model. So you don't need to have a capital to start as an agent, FS Kudi agent, and anybody can become an
okay.
FS, right? So with the implementation of technology, we're able to achieve speed, security.
I saw, sorry to interrupt you. I saw the Kudi, FX Kudi Hero, or is it Hero something? What's that about?
Okay, so we refer to our agents as hero because they are saving the community, right? So we
Oh,
refer to them
okay.
as we call
Okay.
them money hero. Yeah. So Kudi
Oh,
means
okay.
hero. Kudi means money in Hausa.
Money.
Yeah,
Hausa.
yeah, in Hausa.
Mm,
So
okay. Back
that's
to you're talking about technology.
okay. So technology has been like very
Mm,
instrumental because it helps us to move money faster, safer, and I mean there's transparency when it comes to exchange rate factor and all that. So with technology, we're able to
mm,
achieve our value proposition, which has been a major problem within the informal sector, right? So the speed,
mm.
security, and the transparency.
Okay. All right. So, a recent milestone. Do you mind sharing any of that with us?
Okay, so I mean, I went from zero, seven is zero business to seven over 15,000 businesses. It's actually very big for us, and also our
Wow.
expansion of Francophone corridor. I mean, we moved from just offering a single corridor to now offering more than 25 currency corridors within the informal sector. So it's very instrumental. It's actually very like big for us as well, and having to like pay more than $100,000 in commission to agents is very
Okay.
massive. Yeah. So because we pay our agents commission when they do business with us. So aside making money as a business, we're also providing an indirect job for these agents as well, just like the telcos have their business model. So when you move money, when you carry out a transaction on our platform, you earn 0.5% on every money you transferred, which is a lot for them.
Mm,
So we've seen some agents testifying that this saves them, make them like earn a living. I mean, when we pay them commission, it gives them that sense of belonging that yeah, they are part of the ecosystem and they're actually making money from it. So recently realizing that we paid over $100,000 worth of commission to agents means a lot to me, and that means we are impacting life and we are providing jobs as well. And
mm,
expansion, like I said earlier, was very like a massive milestone for me because I said we are building from Africa to the world, and we are building for the global space, not just for Africa alone, but we want to start from Africa. So seeing our expansion
okay.
beyond Africa, to me as well. And yeah, those are the key milestones I've seen that we've actually like achieved recently, and it has been very instrumental for us.
Interesting. I'm sure you're very proud of those milestones. I can hear it in your voice. All right,
Yeah, very
moving
proud.
on from that question, can you elaborate on the innovative solutions that FX Kudi offers to address financial challenges in Africa?
Okay, so before now, right? I
Mm,
figured majority of the fintech solution has been centered around the formal sector. So everybody is building for the bank.
okay.
Nobody is building for the bank, right? And the fact that financial inclusion carries both the bank and unbanked. In fact, financial inclusion has to do with the unbanked rather. Majority of the if you truly want to achieve financial inclusion in Africa, it has to deal with the unbanked. And you'll be surprised that 60% of the money that is being moved across Africa are still being done informally. So 40% is what
Mm,
everyone is capturing, and we are keen on capturing the 60%, and that is why we are building FSQD. So FSQD is
Okay.
built with the whole mindset of solving the problem within the informal sector, which has been neglected for a very long time. And now, if you see the market women, the cross-border trader, I mean, with the launch of AFCTA, means that there will be a lot of cross-border trade in the coming years within Africa, and this would majority of them will happen within the informal sector. And then there should be a payment service provider who will be catering for this payments within the informal sector, and that is
Mm,
what we are doing. So a lot of people go to the roadside agents, give them money. At times they get cheated. At times the money get missing because they are not using
yeah.
technology to automate this. They are relying on a different network in a different country to carry out the transaction. But we are saying that right from our mobile app or USSD application, you can help millions of people to send money back home, either for business purpose or for personal needs or for medical purpose. You can use FSQD to do that, and that has been very successful on our side. And we are looking at expanding our service offering as well. I mean, offering more than just cross-border payments to these agents, like basically like liquidity provision to these mobile money agents, which has been like one of the biggest problems to them for so long. And
Mm,
also, we are looking at allowing liquidity exchange, whereby you can move money within, like connecting mobile money in Africa through our mobile application. So we can connect mobile money agents from Nigeria to mobile money agents in Ghana, mobile money agents in Togo to mobile money agents in Cote d'Ivoire, mobile money agents in Kenya to mobile money agents in Ghana. So we're trying to see how we can build a complete interoperability within this mobile money agents in Africa using the agents network that we already have. So we are leveraging on this agent
okay.
network to build more solutions for them. So yeah, so far so good. We are doing it one country at a time, one solution at a time. But then we are very keen on achieving financial inclusion using agents network in Africa.
Mm. Talking about serving communities, we have underserved communities as well. These are communities that cannot really access your services as easily as any other community. How does FXQD leverage technology to enhance financial innovation and accessibility to these communities? That's the underserved communities.
Okay, so recently, right, it's something I
Yes.
like to talk about. Recently, we're trying to conduct like a survey, how much of impact we've made in the community in terms of financial inclusion. Only for me to find out that we have even made more impact than I was assuming, like I was saying, right? So we visited some of our
Mm,
agents, and they were like, some of the customers even come to them and dash them money. Like, why they dashing me money?
okay.
But like they've been finding it difficult to send money back home. They find it difficult to access such services for a very long time. But the fact
Mm,
that this agent was able to complete transaction in less than 5 minutes for them, and they are very excited about it. So they will come back and give them a gift. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, please take this 10 cedis, take this 100 naira, take this 200 naira. Like aside, I know because it's zero fee, right? You're not paying any money for moving this money around, right?
mm.
Which is like, look at it, it's very expensive to send money within Africa than sending money outside Africa, right?
Outside
So we are like, oh,
continent, yes.
yes, so we're like, no, this should not be like, we're Africans, right? We should be able to build something that can eradicate these fees. And we are like offering zero fee on every money you transfer across Africa. So this is literally like interesting for people to see that we are solving this problem at the cheapest level you can ever imagine, right?
Mm,
And these agents are telling us that yes, what you guys are doing for us, aside we making money from it, we feel happy to be able to solve the problem of our customers. So before now, some of the customers will come to them, oh, you are a mobile money agent, you are a financial service agent. Can you help us move money across Africa? Oh no, I can't. Oh, I want to send money to my sister in US. I want to send money to my sister in Togo, but I can't because A, B, and C. They were like, okay, don't worry. So when we start offering the service to this agent and they are selling back to their customers, it's been very, very like very massive. Trust me, it's beyond the impact we are seeing. A lot of people are finding it difficult to access financial services, and that's why I said one service at a time. And watch out for a lot of things we are going to be doing, like on the FS Code, right? So it's not just about cross-border payments; it's also about making financial services available to underbanked, unbanked, and yeah, underserved
underserved.
people within the
Okay.
community. And trust me, we're going to make it happen
Mm.
within a short period of time.
Okay, you've talked about your services. Can you give us examples of, tangible impacts on individuals or businesses, perhaps, in terms of financial empowerment?
Okay. So assume we have a trader in house who is a cross-border trader, apparently an informal trader. So let me give an example of an informal trader. Someone who buys, let's say, we have cheaper fabrics in
Okay.
Togo, right? So they buy cheaper fabrics in Togo and come and sell.
Mm,
So that's like cross-border trade. It's moving from one country to another to buy and sell. So imagine selling after selling your fabrics, you need to pay your supplier to send the fabrics to you in Ghana, right? Or you need to travel there to make payment to your supplier, and you don't really have that means, so you have to always travel with cash to Togo to make payment to your supplier, which is very risky, right? And at times you might lose value
okay.
for that money. So imagine you have to close your store and send and go travel all the way to Togo to make payment or to purchase your goods. And we are saying that look, we want to stop this from happening. So we want to offer you a faster and a cheaper way to send money to your supplier. And then we now establish a community agent within the market where we have this cross-border trader. So in Togo, we know where the cross-border traders are selling and they are buying. So we establish a cross-border agent over there who happens to be FS Kudu agents. So when you are done selling for the day or for the
Mm,
week, all you have to do is you can walk into any of these agent location, give them the cash, and these agents will move that money, that cash for you within 5 minutes to your supplier in Togo. Means that you are saving this trader time, you are saving this
okay.
trader money, you are saving this trader from exposing them to risks of moving cash or carrying cash across border to make payments to their suppliers. So those are the things that we've been doing for financial empowerment. And aside that, like I said, we're actually paying this agent for doing this on our behalf. So the fact that you are making extra money for yourself as a mobile money,
Okay.
it makes a lot of sense. And we also allow cross-border bills payment. So we've seen a scenario whereby people have to pay their DSTV bills, which means that they are using a different country DSTV, for instance. So you're in Ghana, you're using Nigeria DSTV, you need to pay for your
Mm,
bills. We can help you, like
mm-hmm.
this agent can help you make payment for those bills, right? So literally, for some of the services we are offering is centered around financial inclusion, financial empowerment. So the cross-border payments, the bills payments, liquidity exchange program, the MFA distribution are centered around making sure we achieve this financial inclusion within a short period of time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that being said, how does FX Kudi navigate regulatory frameworks in various African countries while maintaining its innovative edge?
Okay. Um, One thing I would tell fintechs is, whoever is building for Africa is you have to be very keen on partnership. So one thing we've done so
Okay.
well is that we are able to scale beyond our jurisdiction by leveraging on partnership, not just partnership, local partnership. So we have licensed PSP in various
Okay.
country, right? So we have to enter a different market,
Mm,
aside our market, we look at this PSP who is within a regulatory framework, then we'll partner with them to launch in those countries. So like when we are entering francophone markets, we look at a PSP who is uh, licensed and they're regulated in francophone corridor. We partner with them, and then we're able to like launch our product in francophone countries. And this has been like more of the biggest one of the things we do in house. So when you are building, right, you can't go to every country to acquire a license. It's very expensive. It's very stressful. It's time consuming to say you want to start picking license in various countries you are entering or various countries you are scaling to, expanding to, right? So whether leverage on partnership to enter this market, and those are the things to enter those markets, and that's what we've been doing for a very long time.
okay. Mr. Obiere, can you share with us your customer-centric approach and how does it ensure a seamless user experience,
Okay,
for users?
one thing we do very well is quarterly we conduct customer survey. We ask our agents, what do you want?
Okay.
And these guys have been suggesting features to us. And trust me, every feature they've suggested has been profitable because they want those features. They are interacting with the customer. We are not interacting with the customer, but they are using our product. So what we do quarterly, we conduct customer survey. What do you guys want? How do you want it? What has been the review so far? What you already provided to you guys? Okay, we want A, B, and C. We want this to look like this. We want that to look like this. We want to start sending money into. So we also do corridor check. So corridor check in the sense that when the customer comes to you
Mm.
and the customer wants to send money to, let's say, Zimbabwe, and we don't have Zimbabwe corridor activated on our platform. So you keep log of that Zimbabwe corridor. So when we are doing corridor check, we look at which corridor are people been going to our agent to ask of more. Okay, they are asking more of Zimbabwe corridor, then we activate Zimbabwe corridor for them. So we look out for partnership. So we don't just expand because we want to expand. We expand because our customer needs money to be sent to those countries. So we find out, okay, you want money to be sent to Ivory Coast. Okay, then we can now partner with a PSP in Ivory Coast to be able to activate that corridor. So we don't just expand, we don't just build a feature, we don't just activate anything. We need to listen to our customers. And that has been a key thing for us in house. So before we do anything, we ask our customer, how do you want it and where do you want it? And trust me, it's been wonderful. So quarterly we ask and we also do corridor check. So which corridor are people asking of? And we do regular like customer check to understand how they are using our product and how they want to continue, what they want us to do so they can continue using our products. And that tells why we have more of our customers
Mm.
becoming a returning customer, active customers. So we are very keen, yeah, we are very
Okay.
keen on like customers approach to build up our products, and that's been very like good for us.
Okay, let's discuss plans or say initiatives that FX Kudi has in place to expand its reach or impact across different regions in Africa.
Okay, hello, are you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
so if it's concerning expanding our reach across Africa, um, like I said, our customers suggest the country we're expanding to, but we realize that there's more of our service need in East Africa, and which we've not been able to expand to East Africa. So our next point of expansion is East Africa, and we're looking at Kenya as a starting point before we move into other East Africa.
Okay, they suggest based on
Exactly.
statistics.
So we suggest based on where are
Okay.
people sending money to, where do they want to send money to. So when we don't have that corridor, we pick that corridor up and we make sure that we expand to that corridor. So we look at we're a data-driven organization. So we don't make decision
Okay.
outside data able to us.
Mm.
We look at general data, that's the public data. We look at internal
Okay.
data, that's what happens within our app, what our agents are suggesting. Then we balance this data before we make any move. So we are data centric as a company, and we don't joke with data as a company. So anywhere we're expanding to, trust me, there's a need for that product over there.
Mm. Talking about data, how does FX Kudi ensure the security and privacy of its users? That's their financial data, which of course is very important, leaning towards cybersecurity.
Okay. So like I said, we've been very keen on data protection. In fact, we even like had to like go through the exercise with Data Protection Commission in Ghana to be certified as a company
Okay.
who can ensure security of your data, right? So we've done that, and we also
Mm.
ISO 2700 certified. I mean, so we've gone through the ISO training and we've gone through our internal audits. So what we do mostly is we ensure that we don't just assume that the data is safe, right? We ensure adequate security on our
Mm.
data, and our data center is I mean, we keep most of our data on cloud quite all right, and we have backups for our data. So there's no way we can lose data without having a backup for it. So we actually like very keen on industry standard. So when you are running a fintech company, yeah, industry standard when it comes to data protection, right, and data security, and that's we've been following for a very long time, and we are always keen on improving our data security so that our customer trust. We don't lose our customer trust, because when you lose your customer data, trust me, it leads to customer a breach of
Mm.
customer trust. So we are very keen on data protection, and we
Yeah.
do everything. We invest heavily on data security. Like I said, with various certification, various technology implemented, and in order to ensure that the customer data is being protected as well.
Mm. You sound like you're very big on consumer, or should I say, customer feedback. What role has that played in shaping your products and services?
Okay. So when we first started, I was ignoring that part that customers can tell us what to build until a day a customer walk out to her and tell her, look, if you don't make these changes, I will not transact with you guys again. And I was like, wow,
The customers
yeah,
are always right.
customers are very powerful. So then I started listening to customers. So they were
Mm,
like, hey, actually, if this does not
okay.
change, we'll not transact with you guys again. Like, okay. So what do you want? And after doing that, our revenue went like over 50% increment in our revenue. I was like, whoa. So we need to start building for our customer. So when we get customers, some are very critical.
Mm,
Like at times, someone will criticize whatever you are doing in a very bad manner, like terrible manner. They will tell you that this is nonsense, this is jargon. I mean, with no direction, right? But then I like customers that give like a negative comment on our products, right? So if you listen closely to, so what a lot of founders don't like is when you criticize what they are building, because they put a lot of energy in what they are building, and when you criticize it, it comes to it hits them differently, and that is what I derive joy in, right? So when you criticize what I'm doing negatively, I don't. In fact, I don't like more positive review. I like more negative review. So that means that if I'm able to
negative
solve the
review.
problem, I would you will be my number one fan, you'll be my number one customer, right? So yeah, or then I will solve the problem for you. Solving the problem, how do you want it? How do you see it? So that has shaped us from building like our first app version was very terrible. I won't lie to you. We felt like we were building something nice, but when we had the critics coming in, I felt like, yeah, did we just do this? This is
Okay.
nonsense. But then when we were able to like improve, I mean, get things right from different, yeah, and they felt like, yeah, this is faster, this looks nicer, this is wonderful. And that was actually like how we were able to start improving on our product. So we started listening to customers, and trust me, I'll tell you, if you are building for Africa and you are building something great, always listen to
Mm,
your customer. Customers can be pain point,
always.
especially to founders. Like, how can I invest so much money to build this product? You're telling me this is nonsense, this is trash. But then those critics will make your product stand out. Those critics will make your customers come back and transact with you. Because when a customer feel like they're part of your
Mm,
business, always patronize you. They will always patronize you. So yeah, that's
sure.
something every founder should look out for.
Okay. Gender equality. How does FX Kudi promote that and empowerment? How does FX Kudi promote gender equality and empowerment within the organization and, of course, through its services?
Okay, so for gender empowerment, let me talk about the internal structure first. So majority of the people that work for School
Okay.
are female. So we are a women-led organization per se, because they are more than the guys working for the business. But then when it comes to
Okay.
our customers, like those we serve, we have more of the male to female. But then we are currently capturing the female to become FS Kudi agents, right? So we started seeing the likes of female mobile money agents who want to know more about our services and want to use our service. And then when it comes about the customers itself are also like more female, because if you look at the cross-border traders, majority of them are these market women, right? Who are underserved.
Mm,
So we're also serving the female community as well. But mostly, I think it's been an interesting journey having to work with more of ladies than guys for me. So that's when I got to
okay.
realize that.
How is that? How is that?
So it feels very great because for men, we are used to doing our things in a very like
Mm,
straight way. This is how we want to do, we just do it. But female pay attention to details.
very logical.
Yes, female pay attention to details. They are very, in fact, I believe that for every company led by a woman, they should be more successful than a company led by a man, because those people, they are just special gender that pay attention to details. So most time when I had to work with, I remember when we were rebuilding our product, and I was working with one of our employee on like building like understanding the customer's approach to our product. And to my greatest surprise, our approach was more than awesome. because she paid attention to this customer more than even myself or every other person on the team. She was
Mm.
very attentive to the customer. She understood what they want, right from the point where
Okay.
they log into the app to when they carry out a transaction and how they want it. And women always have taste, trust me. So that's exactly like apples.
Yeah, we do.
Apples,
I can agree with you on
exactly,
that
they have
one.
taste. And they know what, and they're very intentional, right? So it reflects on their professional deliverables. And trust me, they are. It's been awesome. Trust working with women has been, yes, something I would like to do over and over again. And it has started like changing my narrative about if I'm building my next company, I mean I'll be the only man in the company, the rest will be ladies. So because working with them.
Mm. Interesting. Really nice. Okay, so do you mind sharing with us some of your success stories, or should I say testimonials, from FX Kudi users, not just you alone, but from FX Kudi users, because we are more interested in the customers. Share some of the success stories and then highlight the company's impacts on their lives or maybe businesses. I'm sure you've touched that a little bit, but would like to hear more.
Okay, so the success stories have been many. I mean, there are some we documented, some we could not document, and because it came through phone call, and some of the reviews has been massive. So um, I remember there was a time a customer brought me wine, and I was asking, "Why did you get us wine?" It's like, here guys don't know what you've done for me because I was able to send money to my daughter in Nigeria within a minute. I was like, okay, how does that work? You
Wow.
guys sort of like you guys saved my daughter's life that day because she was dying and there was no one to give her cash. And then I was just asking a friend, and the friend told him about FS Kudi, and he was able to send the money. And he was like, he called the office. He said, "I want to come to your office." And like,
Mm-hmm.
why do you want to come to the office? Is there any problem? So yeah, no, no problem at all. I just want to come to the office. And when the man came, it's an elderly man, and he was telling me about he had stayed abroad before and how they find it difficult to send money to themselves and all that. I was like, oh, amazing. So they found it easier to send
Mm.
money among like within European countries, but this has been very like stressful to send money within African countries. And he's surprised to see that a young man like myself is actually like piloting the whole idea of sending money within Africa. I mean, it's actually from so it brought me one. I was like, oh, thank you, sir. This wine, I have to say it's from the customer. So I shared the wine with everyone in the office. And it was like a good day for us. We had cases where people just randomly like text us and say thank you and we appreciate your service. I mean, so it's those are the things that doesn't want us like so like
Mm.
when we get to some places, when we get to a situation whereby we are deciding should we continue running the business or we should shut down. But remember things like this, we'll be like, no, it's just the one. So we need to work very hard to get to where we are going to. And that has been like it for me. So trust me,
Wow.
been massive. It's been massive.
Sounds
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so what sets FX Kudi apart? In the African fintech landscape, what sets you apart?
Okay, I think what set us apart is the fact that we are what set us apart is number one is the fact that we are targeting a different kind of audience, which is the informal sector agents. And what set us apart is the
Okay.
cheapest money transfer model in Africa at the moment at zero fee. And what set us apart as well is also like our capital model. So imagine you can become an FS Kudi agent, make money from FS Kudi without having a capital. So we call it zero capital model. So you can become a money transfer agent without having any money on you. So those things actually like set us apart and set industry standard for the fact that we want to solve a problem and we are solving it the way the people want us to solve it. So yeah, that set us apart.
Mm.
So the cheapest model
Now,
far,
mm,
the most distance, like I mean, first mover in that market makes a lot of sense to me, right? So yeah, it is
it really
exciting to
does.
see. Yeah.
Looking ahead, what are your goals and aspirations?
Okay. So in the coming year, we look out to becoming an EMI, that's electronic money issuer, just like we have the MTN mobile money, Airtel mobile money, and a lot of those guys. So we are looking at becoming like a mobile money
Mm-hmm.
driven organization, and we're able to issue our electronic money, just like other telcos do, but not just issuing our electronic money because we want to
Mm.
use that to promote financial inclusion. We want to use that to achieve a world class access to financial service. And then we're also going to be allow interoperability of mobile money to carry out cross-border payments. So becoming an EMI, more like electronic money issuer, and also be able to issue our own electronic money has been like one of the biggest dream as a founder at MSQD, and definitely we're going to achieve that.
Interesting. Finally, I'm going to let you go, but first off, you're going to help us. You're going to give an advice, one or two, to aspiring entrepreneurs, people who are looking to get into the fintech industry. What is that one message you'd like to give out to them and make it really good, make it count?
Okay, so I feel like whatever you are building, you're not building for yourself. So you are building for the customer.
Mm,
So always listen to your customer. It saves you the stress of having to be confused on am I on the right path? Because the customer tells you if you're on the right path or wrong path. You will know to validate your idea. And secondly, before you go out there, please validate your idea, validate your solution. Chance I see a lot of people building the same thing but calling it a different name, and it's actually very funny. So make sure you validate your idea and be consistent. I mean, it's not going to be easy. I remember when I started, sounds like there are times I cry myself to bed at the early stage, and I'll be like, why did I have to like train on this path? Can I just stop and get a job, move on with my life? And I was pained. When I was good at first, I had to quit for like at a young age. Then I had a good job. I was earning more. I
okay.
was like more like a CEO in that company as a CTO, right? At a very early stage, and I was doing very well. But when I was about to embark, I remember my boss told me then that, so you want to go and start afresh? And I said, yes, I will start afresh. If I can solve this problem, yes, I want to start afresh. And it was very fun. So then I thought it's going to be easy. When I got into the business, I finished my money finished. And I was like, should I go back to my boss and ask him to employ me again? Well, I've quit already, so I can't go back to my boss. I was broke because as an entrepreneur, you go to points like
Wow.
you're not able to survive. And I was literally like feeding myself once a day. So if I was not consistent, if I was not passionate, I won't get to where I am today as a business or as a founder. So my advice is be
Mm.
consistent. Don't bid for yourself, bid for your customer, and validate your idea before going to market. These are very key things. These are three things that were like instrumental to our success or to my personal success. Always listen to your customer. Always validate your idea. I'm very consistent. It will not be easy. Trust me. Even if you have the money there, it will finish. That's the honest truth. That money will finish. Your first capital would be exhausted. And I've heard this from a lot of entrepreneurs, like a lot of founders. I tell you that our first capital, we exhausted our first capital because then you are gambling. You don't know what exactly is right, what exactly is wrong. You did. So that's my advice to every entrepreneur over there, out there.
This advice of yours sounds very challenging, especially for a growing entrepreneur. It's either you've scared them or you've challenged them to do
Yeah.
better. Either ways, thank you so much for coming on this podcast. It's been an honor to have you, Mr. Abioye Oyetunji, and hopefully we will have you on this show once again some other
Thank
time.
you.
All right, have a
You
beautiful
too.
day.